Friday, so it is time to take a look at what's at the movies.
Yeah, Michael Cook's going to tell us about Ford versus Ferrari and Charlie's Angels.
Another Charlie's Angels.
All right. Well, let's talk about Ford versus Ferrari first. This one stars, there you see, Christian Bale and Matt Damon. It's based on a true story. Matt Damon plays Carroll Shelby, a famous race car driver turned car designer, along with Christian Bale, who plays a race car driver who also is an engineer of cars. Based on what happens in the early 1960s is both of these men, they're mavericks in their own way. They have to come together. They're I guess you would call them frenemies nowadays in some ways, but they are hired by the Ford Motor Company, who is in competition with Ferrari. At that time, Ford saw themselves, they were trying to market to the upcoming young baby boomers, and they needed a way to kind of change their image, so they came up with the idea of winning this famous race. It was a 24-hour race in France, where they race around the track for 24 hours. And so there you see Tracy Letts. He plays Henry Ford right there. And they had the idea, let's hire some race car drivers and some race car designers and beat Ferrari at this big race, and our brand image will be bolstered. Of course, then Matt Damon and Christian Bale have to design the car and beat Ferrari, who's won 5 of the last 6 races. This movie is a story of the friendship between these two men who are completely different in every way possible. It's also a story of trying to persevere when obstacles are thrown your way by big bureaucracy and a corporate culture, while at the same time trying to stick to your principles, which can be hard to do when there's so much people around you who want you to compromise. I didn't know a thing about racing cars at all, and that was perfectly fine. You learned about it as you went along, so don't be deterred because you don't know about race car driving or cars. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I give it 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
So good movie to see if you're interested. It's 2.5 hours long, but believe it or not, you don't feel like it's 2.5 hours long.
You probably sell yourself a little short, though. You know something about racing. He said, if you're not first, you're what?
You're last.
He knows that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ricky Bobby.
True.
That's Confucius or Ricky Bobby said that. I said that. The next thing to talk about is Charlie's Angels. This is kind of the latest in the genre. There you see Kristen Stewart. She plays one of the Charlie's Angels. This movie is directed by actress Elizabeth Banks. It's not really a reboot. It's more like in the same universe of the previous Charlie's Angels. Well, the 3 angels, there you can see they're kicking posteriors and taking names in this kind of retelling of the story. The plot, it's kind of convoluted at times. There's this new technology that's supposed to bring almost unlimited energy, but then also it can be weaponized to basically assassinate people. So there you can see there are the villains who are trying to get a hold of it, and Charlie's Angels have been hired to protect a young woman and this technology. There you see Elizabeth Banks, the actress and the director of this film. There are a few, some comedic elements in this movie, mostly from Kristen Stewart, who I think does have some pretty good comedic chops, and hopefully she'll do more comedy in the future. The other 2 actresses who are part of the Charlie's Angels, frankly, are just kind of bland. They don't have the charisma that you would hope that the last, with Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore and Lucy Liu, and that version, there were 3 charismatic actors. Here, they're just okay. And that pretty much sums up this movie. It's just okay. There's action scenes that are not quite memorable. There is some fun, a little bit of fun banter between Charlie's Angels, the 3 of them, and other things. Of course, it does a good job of kind of leaning into sort of the Me Too era, that where women have the exact same skills as men and can do the job as well as anyone. But again, this is sort of you've sort of seen this movie already before in other action films. So I give it a 7 out of 10. I wasn't
higher than I thought. A
little higher than I thought, because I did love the 3 actors and some of the other supporting players, but all in all, just an average movie. Just depends if you like the Charlie's Angels genre or not.
Okay. So another Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Let's check in with Brant.